Genuine. Hey, Genuine. Chase has a really good point here. The guy that y'all put me in, so that together we could tell the United Nations that they're a bunch of dumb idiots. Well, he just did it again in some emails, and he really broke it off in your butthole this time. And he's got a pretty good point here. I'm gonna let him do his little normal voice now. So that he can tell you how he's got him by the balls on this one. What are you talking about, my little normal voice? What does this thing y'all put in me think it is? So this down here in the tropical rainforest down there in Brazil, yeah, where y'all allowed them to cut the entire rainforest down so that it could plant sugar cane in order to add 10% ethanol to the gasoline for the environment. Yeah, your big environmentalists were over there at the UN was up to that, I'm sure, and their little environmentalist buddies, you know how they are. Oh, if we add 10% ethanol to the gasoline, it's good for the environment. Yeah. No, it's not. That's absolutely stupid what you did. All you did was ruin a bunch of rednecks' boat motors, A. And B, you cut down the entire rainforest to do it. And I'll put a link down in the description of this video that you can watch their environmentalists who are worried about the environment as you add 10% of ethanol, which does absolutely nothing but make gasoline hard on an engine so that you could burn or chop down the entire rainforest to have it planted over with sugarcane in order to grow the ethanol. Yeah, so I'm going to have to give you an idea how you solve this problem there, Washington and UN. UN likes to spend Washington's money, if you haven't noticed. Usually we'll give about billions of dollars and billions of dollars to states that sponsor terrorism. Yeah. Well, what you could have done is you could call Brazil and say, hey, we got some really nifty satellites that can tell whether you're cutting down the rainforest or not. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you $100 billion up front. And then we're going to park them satellites over the top of you, and around this time in 2 or 3 years, or however long, whatever you got in your budget, if the deforestation has stopped, we'll give you another $100 billion. Right? So you know how you want to spend our money there, UN. You can actually use that program that y'all use to pay off criminals. You can actually do good with it with the same program. And I just gave you an example of how that would work. So you call Brazil and say, hey, Brazil, I've got $100 billion with your name on it. And I'm going to give you another $100 billion in 5 years, or however y'all figure out the numbers there. And if that deforestation problem hasn't been solved in those 5 years, well, we're not going to give you another $100 billion, right? See, and then you have police down there making sure that they stop the deforestation. It's simple, right? No war, nothing's necessary. If you want to spend our money, UN, that's the way you could spend it in a good way there. Seeing how it was your fault that the Brazilian rainforest was chopped down in the first place, UN. So yeah, I guess we'll spend our American money to save the environment because you're a bunch of dumbasses, basically. At the end of the day, that's what it is. You're all dumbasses. You're total idiots. You have no business being in any kind of authoritative position as you talk about good for the environment. You're environmentalist. You're the big grand environmentalist who chopped down the Brazilian rainforest so that you could put sugar cane in it to make ethanol, which does nothing but make gasoline hard on an engine. Yeah, y'all are idiots at the end of the day. So another thing that DARPA could probably start doing is genetically engineering trees that grow back to rainforest level in half the time or a quarter of the time. Maybe do some genetic engineering on the seeds there. Maybe you can grow some of that back. I don't know if that's playing God too much or not, but I think cutting down a rainforest so that you can put ethanol and gasoline for nothing's playing God, personally. Yeah, there's some demented people that did that on purpose on this planet. so that they could later come back and say we're overpopulated because they got life extension technology now and they want to live forever. So if they say, oh my God, the rainforest has been cut down and we're all going to die if this continues, but we did it anyway, we're the ones that did it because we knew our life extension technology was here, and that would just be another solid argument to kill everybody so that we could use the life extension technology and live forever. Yeah, that's your people in charge of the world. That's what they're up to. So that's the mindset they have, and that's the lengths and the extent that they're willing to go to in order to tell you that we're in an environmental crisis, so that they can program into your mind with fear tactics to cower down and put your tail between your legs, because the whole planet's going to die if we don't depopulate down to the Georgia Guidestones to 500 million people. Yeah, they do it on purpose. That's their fear tactic. Oh, look at Google Earth. Oh my God, the poor rainforest just disappeared. Oh, yeah, it disappeared because you told people that we needed to start growing sugar cane, and you made a market for that. You made a market for something that was unnecessary. You developed the market. They grew the sugar cane. They tore down the rainforest, right? So once the rainforest was torn down, you could show the satellite images and go, oh my God, we're all going to die. And you had planned it all out from the beginning. They're fucking psychopaths that want to live forever, and they're destroying the environment so that they can tell people and billions of people to commit suicide or we're all going to die. Yeah. You know what? Do the world a favor and stick a gun in your mouths and pull the trigger. Okay? Seriously.